Well, guys, we have already made it through another crazy week under this administration, which means we've also made it to my favorite part of the week, called the Weekly Roundup, which means Donald Trump has now been in office for only 76 weeks. He's got 132 weeks left to go. And of course, if you are counting down those days, there are 924 days until this decomposing skin tag is supposed to leave the White House. Now, of course, the Weekly Roundup is the part in the week where we gather up a whole bunch of random clips that don't necessarily touch on one particular topic, but it does give us a way to catch up on anything we may have missed. And of course, the most important part, my beautiful people, we normally get to have a laugh or two as well. And I'm not exactly sure why I am just so giggly today, but let's just go ahead and bust right into it, guys. And we're going to go ahead and start off right here with Marsha Blackburn's new campaign ad. And buckle up, everybody, because this is a wild one. If you guys do appreciate my work and want to support the show, please do remember to subscribe.
How hard am I gonna crack down on China? Well, here's a clue.
Marsha Blackburn worked with President Trump to take on communist China. As governor, Marsha will fight to protect Tennessee land from Chinese front companies, close loopholes, and hunt down every communist who tries to defy us.
It doesn't take a fortune cookie to figure it out. Here in Tennessee, we're going to stop communist China and protect Tennessee land.
Yeah, guys, it doesn't take a fortune cookie to protect Tennessee land. What in the actual fuck did we just watch? And you know what? My favorite part is right here where she looks at the camera like she is making such a great point. Guys, look at her.
Marsha.
Oh, look at me go, guys. Look at me go. The funniest part to me about this whole thing is the fortune cookie is not a Chinese invention. It is an American invention that has wound itself up in Chinese restaurants. So it is just, again, people inside the MAGA movement, creating a ghost to fight against to win themselves another election. And just for the cherry on top of the cake, guys, the State Department just put out a report that says Chinese investors and the Chinese government, well, they aren't even buying up land in Tennessee. I mean, you really just can't make this stuff up. What in the actual fuck did we just watch? And who in her campaign told her that that was a good idea? Anyways, guys, moving on. This is a guy by the name of Martin Cedra, I believe is his name. And listen to how he describes Jesus Christ.
The Jesus I see was a bold and courageous man who people wanted to kill him for what he said. So America's created this gay version of Jesus Christ. Jesus was not effeminate. Jesus was a bold lion. I always tell people Jesus was not a soft guy. He had 6 packs. He was the most ripped guy you ever meet. He was a very bold and courageous man. He flipped tables in the temple. He got a whip out. He literally destroyed people.
What? What are you talking about, bro? And why is it? Is this like bro culture meeting with like Christian nationalist type cult? Like, what are we looking at here actually? And why is it that all of these guys have such homoerotic fantasies about somebody like Jesus Christ? Oh man, he's the most ripped guy you ever did see. He's got a 6-pack of abs. He even brought out that whip. He actually destroyed people. Believe it or not. That's my Jesus Christ. And over here in America, we've created a gay version of Jesus Christ. That is not historically relevant. That is not historically accurate. I mean, what is going on here, guys? There are so many homoerotic things that come out of this type of culture, and I really want to know why that is. Hey, bro, if you like dudes, you go do you, boo. You go do you. But the problem is there is so much repressed shit within these people that, I don't know, it just comes out in weird ways like this. But moving on, let's go ahead and look at Fox News, because I absolutely love this clip, because every once in a while you get somebody who gets to infiltrate Fox News and spread a message that they would prefer not to spread.
Where is Mike? Mike, okay. Mike, what do you think about America in year 250? What comes to mind for you?
Well, this country is a nation of immigrants, and it's nothing better and incredible seeing all of us come together and do incredible things together.
That's exactly right, Mike. Good on you, brother. I absolutely love this, and I'm really wondering, you know, Brian Kilmeade, the guy who is doing, the hosting right now, he absolutely didn't know who this was. And so I'm wondering if his producer just, kind of let this guy skate in under the radar, because Fox News and their ilk, the MAGA movement, they have been railing against any form of immigration. I mean, it has been so grotesque. And so to hear somebody on Fox News saying what we all know to be true, that this is a nation that is built on immigrants, and he even goes on further saying, look at all of these people here. Look at all of these first responders. How awesome. What a diverse collection of people coming together to do great things. And that is what America is supposed to be. So I absolutely love this shit. Every once in a while, you get a rogue agent that gets to slip right on by, and they get to pound a message out that Fox News would prefer not to air. But let's go to move on to Joe Rogan. I am getting so sick and tired of Joe Rogan, and I think I've mentioned this before, but it seems like every few weeks or so, we've got a new Rogan clip. Let's go ahead and listen to this one.
I mean, this war is not something anybody that's conservative wanted. Most people don't want it, except supporters of Israel. They're the only people that seem to be thinking it's a good idea in this country. Most people are horrified by the idea because Trump was elected. One of the pillars that he stood for, apparently, was that he doesn't want any more wars.
So, did you hear what he just said, guys? Did you hear what he just said? Instead of just coming out and saying, oh, yeah, this was one of the main pillars that Donald Trump ran on, he is completely breaking all of the promises that he made to the people in the MAGA movement. Instead of saying that, he says, well, apparently, guys, one of Donald Trump's pillars, was no new wars. And there's no conservatives that like this. There's nobody in the MAGA movement that likes this. There's nobody really on the right who likes this besides the people who really love Israel. But apparently, this is something that Donald Trump is breaking a promise on, except he is too much of a bitch to actually come out and say it with his full chest. And that is why I am so sick and tired of Rogan. He is just a mouthpiece for the idiots in the White House. He is just a mouthpiece for this billionaire class, and he goes on his podcast, and yes, he gives these tepid criticisms of the Trump administration, but he never comes out and mentions Donald Trump by name, and he can never come out because he is such a bitch and just say it with his fucking chest, his whole fucking chest. You little bitch, Joe Rogan. But moving on. This story is absolutely stunning to me because you've got somebody who invested in some of Donald Trump's financial instruments, if you will. But listen to who he blames.
Matt, a 45-year-old machinist in Indiana, put $40,000 into Trump family tokens. When a stock has presidential backing in a way, at least from his sons, you would think it would go up. Matt's shares have dropped 79% in value since he bought them for a loss of about $32,700. He does not blame the Trump family. He said he believes Democrats and anti-Trump investors are taking short positions.
You have got to be kidding me, guys. Tell me you are in a cult without telling me you're in a fucking cult, bro. Are you kidding me? You decided to invest all on your own into some of these Trump-backed assets, and now that your investment has gone down by 79%, and you have lost $32,700. Instead of looking at the whole situation and realizing that you just got played by the president of the United States, instead of realizing that Trump is one of the biggest con men who has been ever able to be allowed in our politics, but instead of realizing that this is the most corrupt administration in history, you want to say it's Democrats' fault because they're taking short positions against these financial instruments. It doesn't even make sense on its face. Just because people take a short position in a stock or some sort of meme coin does not mean that that meme coin or stock is going to fall. That is not what that means at all. And so I'm sorry, bro, that you lost about $33,000, and that number is probably going to continue to go up until you have, you've lost about $40,000, your entire investment. But maybe you should probably realize that Donald Trump is the most corrupt administration in politics, or the most the most corrupt administration our country has ever seen. And you just got rug pulled by that clown. You got played, bro. You got taken for a ride. You got taken advantage of. And everybody was trying to warn you, and you still thought it was a good idea to put 40,000 of your hard-earned dollars into a Trump-backed asset, and now you got fucked. Let's go ahead and move on to Sean Ryan. Say what you will about Sean Ryan. He is quite a conspiracy theorist, but he was one of the first mainstream MAGA voices to come out against Donald Trump. But listen to what he says here about some of his sponsorship deals now that he is criticizing Trump.
We just lost a sponsor from the Megyn Kelly episode.
Bye-bye.
Yep, see you later. We don't like what you said about MAGA. Okay, great. And then they want to know, then they want to know that I'm not going to tell anybody that they're dropping me.
How'd that work out?
I said, I'm sorry. I'm not going to. You've already fired me. And if you don't fucking like who I am, then don't advertise on my show. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, guys, Sean Ryan doesn't give a fuck. Now, I find this so damn fascinating because if you are advertising on a show like Sean Ryan's, you kind of know what you're in for, right? He is a self-avowed right-wing creator. He talks about guns. He talks about, very right-wing coded issues. And to me, it's not necessarily surprising that you have companies that are going to pull their endorsement. Companies can do that if they want, I guess. But what is really strange to me is that, again, they won't own it. Oh, we're going to go ahead and pull your sponsorship, but please don't tell anybody that we're going to do that. And please don't tell them why we did that. Please do not tell them. We know you criticize Trump. We know you criticize MAGA. We really didn't like that. So we're going to pull your sponsorship. But don't tell anybody, please. Really? Really, bro? Again, why is it that all of these people are such fucking pussies, bro? Like, I am so sick of it. Come out, have some conviction, have some belief in the things that you believe, and say it with your fucking chest. I mean, it is pathetic. It is so damn pathetic. And it just goes to show you that we are now living in a world that there are people so indoctrinated into this MAGA cult that they are willing to hurt their business, or they are willing to pull sponsorship deals because they didn't like that you criticized the man in the White House. I mean, come on, man. Come the fuck on. You knew what you were getting with somebody like Sean Ryan, and because he criticized Dear Leader, well then, I guess we're going to have to end this relationship. So damn pathetic. Anyways, guys, the win that I have for you this week, I absolutely love this win. Let's go ahead and take a look at how E. Jean Carroll is now finally getting some of that cold, hard cash that Donald Trump owes her.
And speaking of federal judges holding the line, a different federal judge in New York ordered that Donald Trump has to pay E. Jean Carroll the $5 million plus interest that he owes her from a 2023 verdict that found him liable for sexually abusing and defaming her. The order came hours after Donald Trump's lawyers made a desperate last-ditch effort to avoid making the payment to E. Jean Carroll, arguing that the money can't be released to E. Jean Carroll until the Supreme Court rejects Trump's long-shot bid to have them reconsider his petition to appeal the verdict. The Supreme Court justices already weighed in, denying Donald Trump's initial petition to appeal last week.
It's about damn time, everybody. When Donald Trump when the judgment came down for this $5 million ruling against him, he was forced to put that $5 million into an escrow account. And now it is after 3 years about? She is finally getting her hands on that money, because guess what, guys? This case went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court looked at it and said, yeah, we're not going to touch this. And now a lower court has now ruled that it is about time for E. Jean Carroll to get her payday. And I absolutely love it because it is about fucking time that Donald Trump gets his comeuppance. I am so sick and tired, and I'm sure that everybody is so sick and tired that Donald Trump seems to get away with pretty much everything. They called him Teflon Don, and to some extent, that appears to be true. But for the win for the week, we are now seeing, and we have continued to see, and something that I wanted to highlight more accurately, is that we still have courts that are standing up to this asshole. And so, yes, it took a while, but E. Jean Carroll is finally going to get her payday because the Supreme Court didn't want to touch this, and it is now, after several different courts have ruled, after multiple different appeals, it turns out Donald Trump is now held sexually liable for sexual assault against E. Jean Carroll, and now she finally gets at least one of her paydays. So, absolutely love it, guys. It is about damn time, and I hope that E. Jean Carroll has a lot of great plans to spend Donald Trump's money. Absolutely love it. So, those are the clips that I had for you guys this week. Again, it has been another wild week. We've got Dementia Don over in Turkey at the NATO summit making an absolute fool out of himself. It was probably one of the worst public performances that we have ever seen on the world stage. I think it is about time to lock, Donny Boy up in a memory ward and throw away the key. This dude is a threat to the free world. He is embarrassing the United States on the world stage. He is diminishing our role across the globe. It is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. And he's an absolute embarrassment, guys. I am crossing my fingers that, biology catches up with him sooner than later. So, hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope everybody has a good weekend. I hope everybody is enjoying their summer. And I will leave it there for now. If you guys got anything out of the video and you want to support independent media, which is very, very important in this moment, please do remember to smash that like button and subscribe. If you're feeling a bit frisky, drop an American flag or your favorite flag in the comments below to let me know that you made it this far in the video. If you guys are more interested in getting my content delivered to your inbox every day, you can hit me up over at politiscape.substack.com. We are building a great little community over there and would love to have you. And until the next one, guys, everybody keep that chin up. Everybody stay safe out there. And I will see you on the next one.